With many of you working hard on your budgeting for next financial year, we also have an election on May 18th as well to throw in there, and not to mention all the year-end closing activities. I'm Robert Covino. We'll discuss this and more on the Mirus Industry Analysis April edition. Well, average daily subsidy across the industry was up for the month of April. We're nearly at 178 as an industry average. Occupancy had also a mixed bag, but overall flat for the April period. We did see the private operators nudge up slightly. Overall Medicare claiming activity for the month of April was slightly down. We attributed this to the holiday period that we had over the month of April. However, most of this was driven by some of the mandatory claim activity, as voluntary activity for the month of April was a bit mixed, with the not-for-profits actually up just slightly, and the overall industry traveling about 3% on all voluntary claims being submitted during the month of April. So with the overall claiming activity down for the month of April, we have seen ACFI claims of an age greater than 12 months slightly increase across all segments. The industry is now at about 36.2, which was a 3% increase on the age of claims within the system. So over the April period, we've also looked at the average ACFI rates for incoming residents versus departed residents. Now, as an industry practice, we suggest a target of about $20 a day variance. This is also to understand some of the other pressures on an overall ADS of an organization. So if you are going backwards, it's important to understand what is coming from the admissions of your new residents versus some of the general ACFI voluntary activity that the organization is partaking in. So for the April period, the average ACFI of a new incoming resident versus the average ACFI of departing residents was traveling at around $26.75 for the month. Now, looking into the complex healthcare claiming trends, the 4B procedures for pain management was also up against all cohorts. The industry is now just above 46% on 4B claims in the system. For pressure area care, again, the industry was up and all segments were also up, and that's about just over 38% over the period of April. If we turn our attention to the workforce data for the month of April, we did see an increase in both care hours and non-care hours on a per bed per day basis, with about a 5% increase in non-care related hours and about 3% increase in the care direct hours. If we unpack the care hours though, we have seen a bit of a mix result in the RNs and enrolled nursing, as well as the AINs. Enrolled nursing hours were down the most, about 14%. However, RN hours were up, as well as AIN hours. For our allied health professional hours, we also saw a slight retreat to about 3.3% of hours on a per bed per day basis. And as expected, with the holidays happening in the month of April, we did see agency hours creep up about 7% over the month of April. As you prepare for your end of financial year process, please let us know if you'd like to tap into our business intelligence team to support you in your end of year closing processes, or have a look at any of our regular reporting or even bespoke reporting services that we can provide to your organization. I'm Robert Covino, and this is Mirus Industry Analysis April edition.